Good morning, Facebook. Hello, hello. We are gonna do a sound test because I've got these headphones in, so I wanna make sure everybody can hear. And we're gonna be chatting about some really important topics today, and I have a special announcement. So we will wait for a few people to jump on. And if you're on the feed and you can hear me, please comment so that I know the sound is good. And welcome ladies. Hi, Deborah, Angela's on, Letitia, Twana. Good morning. How is the sound? Perfect. Okay. We've been having so many Facebook sound issues, so I switched over to these little earbuds and I wanted to make sure that they work. Shalom, Angela. Hi, beautiful sister. How are you? Nikki's on, Thomas, Tammy shared. Thank you so much, guys. Well, I am super honored to be live with you guys today. I have been taking a break from doing a lot of lives. I was doing lives regularly once a week for a couple years, and I've taken the last several months off to just really refocus and recalibrate my energy and wanting to create something that's really beautiful and amazing for our community. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about just some of the things that are happening right now on social media, in our media, in the world as we know it, and how that's really affecting women. And I truly believe that right now we are at the forefront of a social revolution. I believe that we are fighting for our human rights, our civil rights, our women's rights, our parental rights, and at times that situation can feel really, really overwhelming. It can feel scary. It can feel lonely. It can feel just kind of chaotic. And so I've really spent the last year in reflection of what this movement is and what is really at the core of the medical freedom movement. And the thing that I kept coming back to is that this is a mother's revolution. And I truly believe that motherhood is being stifled right now. I believe that mothers are being bullied and coerced, and that we might think that we live in a free country, or we might believe that we have all of these rights, but at the end of the day, a lot of those rights have been stripped slowly and very silently away from us. And so I see it every day in my inbox. I see moms reaching out from all across the nation and across the world because I speak to people in multiple different countries, and there's so many of us that are feeling exactly the same way. We're tired of feeling like there's something wrong with us because we don't want to go through drive-thrus with our children, or we don't feel comfortable at a pediatrician's office, or we're bad parents, or we're crazy, or we have a mental disorder. I had a guy in my inbox this morning message me saying that he wanted me and my children to die because I was a moron and I didn't know what I was talking about. And so we're dealing with all of this hate and all of this negativity. And so what I've been wanting to do for a really long time is to provide a platform and a safe place for women to learn about non-toxic living solutions, to learn about medical freedom, to learn about natural, holistic ways to raise our babies in an environment that doesn't involve trolling and bullying and coercion and lies and manipulation. And, you know, at the end of the day, if we had free press in this country, we would be seeing a totally different revolution. We would see people just so angry at the pharmaceutical industry. We'd see people rising up against the CDC, against our government officials, but we don't have free press. So what people are hearing is really an advertisement for Big Pharma. And so we have had to become the news. Mothers have had to become the news. We've had to become our own best advocates. We've had to become the own medical experts in our household. And I truly believe that every mother is the expert in their household. And what I want to encourage you all to think about when I'm coaching a family, or when I'm helping somebody with medical freedom or nutrition or holistic parenting or whatever it is, I'm not the expert telling them. I'm empowering them to find their own tools, their own resources, their own situation that feels right for their soul. And I'm so fired up because I'm so tired of seeing people just stifled, and so many people want to speak out right now and they are scared. And let me tell you guys something, like, it's not easy being on the front lines. I'm not telling you this to impress you, but to impress upon you that I get it. I know that it's scary. I have so many friends that have successful businesses and are really powerful, amazing women and men. And yet they're so afraid to speak out about medical freedom. They're so afraid to say, hey, this is how we feel is the appropriate way to raise our children. And we feel that this is what's best for our family. And who is a politician or a scientist or a doctor to say that that's wrong? You have to think these people are sitting behind desks. They barely ever, first of all, pediatricians see your children, what, like for 10 seconds every couple months or something like that. I mean, my kids don't go to the doctor, but when they do, it's very, very short. And they think that they know our children better than us. I'm sorry, like my children grew in my body created them. I pushed them out of my body. I know every breath, every sound, every freckle, every scar, everything that is going on with my children. And at the same time, we have a media that is attacking mothers, specifically mothers. Now, I know that men are involved in this movement too, and I'm not discounting the role that men have in the medical freedom movement and in the holistic parenting movement. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. We need more of you. But right now, I'm speaking to the moms. I'm speaking to the women because I truly believe that this is another way of how women are being held down in society, and they're disrupting our ability to procreate. They're disrupting our ability to have natural, healthy births. And they are stripping our rights one by one by one by one. And we're actually fighting here again in Cali, SB 276. I'm actually headed to the Capitol on Wednesday to speak with multiple other freedom fighters. And you know, it's scary, guys. I totally get it. So my goal is to empower you with truth and resources and a community and a tribe, because so many people right now feel excluded. So many people right now feel bullied and manipulated by the rest of society, and they feel discriminated against. And I truly believe this is a civil rights movement. And I think that so many people are afraid to really recognize the magnitude of the civil rights movement. And we just had the situation in Rockland County in New York where unvaccinated children were banned from public places. I mean, that was something that just happened here in the United States of America, guys. And, you know, thankfully a judge overturned that and said, this is discrimination. We can't do this. So that's a big win for our community. But at the end of the day, people are so scared. I just had a local meeting in my area, and we had a lot of local families come, and people are afraid. They're afraid. And they ask me all the time, like, you know, you have a light on your family. Like, aren't you afraid for your life? And aren't you afraid? And at the end of the day, like, I choose to not live in fear. And I believe that we were divinely created. And I believe that mothers are so much stronger than we're allowing ourselves to be right now. And I really encourage you all to dig deep and to know that you are not alone. You are absolutely not alone. And there are so many thousands. There's more of us, empowered women, empowered mothers, questioning the crap that we've been sold by the pharmaceutical industry and the food industry, questioning what's happening in the media, but people are just afraid. And so I wanted to create my own platform for a long time, because I get it. Facebook is amazing in its own ways, but it's also run by the agenda. And we have to deal with the things that come with being on a platform like this. And so we have to deal with when somebody asks a question about vaccines, or somebody raises their hand and says, hey, I'm just a concerned parent. We have to deal with 20 people calling them an idiot, or calling them a child killer, or saying that they're abusing their children just for asking questions. And so I'm just so tired of seeing that. And I really, hi guys, thank you so much for being on. There's a lot of people on the feed. I appreciate you guys. So a couple things I wanted to talk about is, number one, I truly believe that everybody's searching for community right now. And I truly believe that forming a strong circle and tribe is the most fundamentally important thing that we can do, because we have to stay strong, and we have to know that we're not alone. And it can be so isolating, even though we have these big communities online. Like, it can feel isolating when you go and you put a post up and then all of these people bash you, right? Or when you decide that you are going to stand up and say, you know what, I maybe vaccinated my kids at one point, and maybe I was feeding them really toxic food at one point, but I'm going to choose to live my life differently. I'm learning some things, and my eyes are open to some things, and I want to raise my children differently, because I'm seeing that some of the choices I made before maybe aren't delivering the results that my family deserves to have. And so at that point, you're going to have pushback. At that point, you're going to have people in your circle of influence saying, what's wrong with you? Don't become one of them. You know, don't jump on that bandwagon. You know, the scientists know better. The government knows better. At the end of the day, guys, we live in a super corrupted country right now. Our government is funded by the pharmaceutical industry. Our government is controlled by the pharmaceutical industry, by big industries. And so if that doesn't make you question, if that doesn't scare you to your core of like, well, I'm not going to do what they say just because they say what I should be doing. We are able to think for ourselves. We are divinely created, and there's something called the divine motherly instinct that I know everyone that's a mother on this feed has, and I know that you've all felt it. It's that fire in your soul that you know that that choice is not right for your baby. You know that you know your child better than any other person in this world, and you don't feel right just going with the crowd. You don't feel right of just going with the masses, and you want to raise your children differently. You want to teach them how, you know, your energy vibration works, and that your body is a miracle and your body can heal, and that your body is meant to get sick from time to time and recover, and natural immunity and nutrition and spirituality and all these things. And those things are not taught in our society. They're not taught to children from a young age on. I mean, we are programmed to give our children candy at every single holiday filled with so many different neurotoxins and chemicals and dyes and additives. And if we don't do those things, then we're the weird mom. We're that crunchy mom. We're the mom that can't let her kids have fun, right? It's like all these things. At the end of the day, it's like, no, we just choose to live our life differently, and we choose to rise above what society is doing. Let me tell you something. If you follow what the masses are doing, you will become a statistic in the masses. I'm going to say that again. If you follow what the masses are doing, you will become a statistic within the masses, okay? And the statistics right now for the masses are not great. We have 1 in 5 children with a neurological disorder. We have children that are morbidly obese at age 4 and 5. We have an epidemic of childhood cancer, diabetes, allergies, eczema, sleep disorders, speech delays, autism, ADHD, all of these things, right? And so it is normal now for your child to be on medication. It is normal now for your child to be sick. Like, children were not meant to be sick. Children were meant to thrive. Children were meant to grow and prosper, and children were meant to talk. Like, when you see a community for mothers, it is a community for women. It is a community for people that are looking to rise up out of the toxic agenda. Oh, it's saying it's frozen. Are we back now? Are you guys back on? Okay. I'm going to keep going because it seems good on my end. So hopefully, oh no. Okay. It's frozen. Come on, Facebook. Okay. There we go. Thank you, Monica. So I have created a community specifically for women that want to opt out of the toxic matrix. In this community, I am going to bring in the top experts in the fields of health and nutrition, mindset, business, spirituality, quantum healing, non-toxic living, organic lifestyle, all of these things, right? That we're craving, that we want. And I know that you guys want it because I get thousands of messages a month, and I personally can't keep up with all of it. So I wanted to create a platform that empowers you guys with the tools, the resources, the education, the studies, everything in one place, so that we're not scattered. We're not all over the place. We have a cohesive community where we can grow and we can learn and we can change the world together. And we have to stand strong right now, you guys. I truly believe that we are in a war, and we are in a war for our freedom and for our children. Pharmaceutical industry and big government, big pharma, and big food, they want to own your kids. They want to own your life. And so it's really important that we stand against that and we say no more. And so that's what our new community is going to be about. We are going to have a private Facebook community for members only that is going to be troll free. And I've tested this multiple times with some of my other different products. And I will tell you that we have never had an issue with trolls. And so this community is going to be the same. People are going to be vetted. There's going to be absolutely no bullying, no manipulation, no negative talk back and forth. None of that is going to be allowed. It is going to be an empowering, loving, supportive community where people can learn together, and everybody's not on the same page. Maybe you are brand new to non-toxic living and you're just starting to learn about food and you're just starting to learn about vaccines. That's amazing, and I commend you. And no, you're not an idiot because you didn't know this 10 years ago. It's just the system that we're all in. And so what I want to encourage you to do is to think about all of the women in your life that are searching for this, all of the women in your life that they feel disconnected, but they've been looking for something to link arms with. This is what this community is going to be. So free of bullying, free of trolling, free of drama. We don't tolerate any of that. This is just going to be about education and empowerment. And so there's going to be different areas. The back end system is full of content already. I've been spending months and months and months on like all of my content, my videos, my downloads and everything. You guys are going to have access to everything. You're also going to have access to my entire medical freedom database. So all of the studies that I've collected, everything that I've had. And so those resources will be free to share outside of the platform. And there's 2 different memberships that you can choose from. And so the membership, if you do the premium, you're going to have access to all my expert interviews. So I'm no longer going to be doing interviews live on Facebook. They're going to be totally in the community, because that way, whatever guest I bring on is also coming into a safe and loving environment, and they are not going to also have to deal with trolls and bullies and having their face, you know, plastered on memes and all of this nonsense that we have to deal with all the time. And so we have a lot of experts that want to come and collaborate, and they don't want to deal with that backlash. And I understand that, because it's super, super energetically draining. And so we fixed that. So I just have my own platform that you guys get to come in and be a part of. And so you get to see all of these amazing interviews and things like that. And there is a private Facebook community too. So you're going to have 2 different portals that you can access. Your own private community online with all the downloads and all of the content and all the videos and all of the awesome stuff. And you're also going to have the community Facebook page. But the community Facebook page is only going to be for members. So nobody that's outside of that will be allowed in, because we only want people that are really committed to growing themselves physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, understanding that this is a revolution and knowing that they are different, and that's okay. Like, this is a place where you can be yourself and you're not going to be judged and you're not going to be, you know, made fun of. It's going to be a loving and supportive environment. So I'm super, super excited about it. I did create a short video for you guys, which is above in this feed in the link, and I'll post it here below. You can just click on it and you're gonna go to the Matrix Mothers community page, and you're gonna see a little video for me, and you can see the different options there. And I'm super, super grateful to you guys, because this is exactly like everything that I have put in here is from what you guys have asked me for. So I've basically taken all of the thousands of messages that I get, the emails, the Facebook messages, the Instagram messages of people searching for answers, and I've created one cohesive place where you can go in and you can access that information in peace and empowerment, and together we're going to be learning a lot of stuff. And so I certainly don't know everything. I am not an expert of everything. I am constantly learning and growing, and so I want to grow with you guys in this community so that we can change the world together, because I truly believe that a group of committed people that are passionate and powerful and see the world differently, those are the people that change it for future generations. And so for my babies and my grandchildren, and for all of your babies and your grandchildren, I want them to live in a loving, supportive, health conscious, empowered society. I don't want my children to live in the situation that we're living in right now. And so I'm going to work hard until the day I die on this content, and to continue to give amazing stuff to you guys. So if you are passionate about nutrition and healthy living, mindset and growing a business, spirituality and really releasing the toxic agenda from your mind, medical freedom and understanding your informed consent rights, understanding the amount of science and research that's behind that shows that vaccines can cause harm, and also that shows that the human body is amazing and the human body can heal. So if you are passionate about that, then this is the community for you. Let me just preface this by saying this is not a place for everybody. Even though I would love to be all-inclusive, if you do not care about non-toxic living, if you're not living an organic lifestyle and you think we're a bunch of wackadoodles, if you don't care about what's being injected into your kids and what your kids are eating, and you just are fine, you know, then this is not for you. But it's really for people that are looking at what's happening going, wow, this is not what I want. I want something different. I want to create something different in my home. And I know that I have the ability to do that. I'm not sure how, right? And so I'm going to give you the tangible tools, the steps, the resources, everything that I've used in my own life for the last 15 plus years, everything that I use in my household, everything that I use with my children, everything that I use in my business. Like, it's all, you guys have access to all of it. So I'm super, super excited. Thank you for being on this live. If you have specific questions that I didn't answer in this video, shoot me a PM and I'm gonna drop the links below. It's also above in this thread and you can go on the page and you can learn more about it. And we have 2 different membership options and I'm so excited to see you guys on the inside of our brand new Matrix Mothers community. I hope you enjoy it and I'm so grateful to all of you for just inspiring me to be brave and inspiring me to push past the societal norms right now. I really couldn't do it without this amazing community that we already have. And this launch today is going to take it to the next level. So I love you guys. God bless. Be happy, healthy, and free. For those of you going to Sacramento on Wednesday, I will see you there. I will be speaking at the event and I can't wait to give you all big hugs and high fives and take some amazing pictures with you guys as well. So with that, God bless. Have a beautiful day and I will see you next time. Take care.